Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dupree Adams, your student body president.
And I am Genesis Mobley, your senior class president. Welcome to the commencement ceremony for the graduating class of 2020 from Canyon Springs High School and Leadership and Law Preparatory Academy.
We are here to celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates and are proud to welcome you here to this ceremony of honor dedicated to the class of 2020. Thank you.
At this time, please rise for the presentation of colors by the Canyon Springs High School Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard, and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Colors, touch, hut. Hurry, colors. Present, colors.
Please join with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hurry, colors. Order, colors. At ease.
It is with great privilege that we introduce our invited dignitaries. School Board Trustee Dr. Linda Young, Superintendent of the Clark County School District Dr. Jesus Jara, Region 1 Superintendent Mr. Dustin Mansell, and Region 1 Associate Superintendent Ms. Elena Kreiner.
We are now proud to welcome our school administration. Our principal, Mr. Greg Hunter, assistant principal, Mr. Albert Alcantar, assistant principal, Ms. Dawn Bean, assistant principal, Ms. Latanya Cooper, assistant principal, Mr. Jeff Goebel, assistant principal, Ms. Ping-Shi Hadrowski, assistant principal, Mr. Jason Cathan, and assistant principal, Mr. Lamont Smothers.
We are now proud to introduce our senior class officers. Genesis Mobley, our senior class president, Ayana Walton, our senior class vice president, Kamira Doss, our senior class treasurer, and Jawan Willoughby, our senior class secretary.
Last but not least, we recognize our student body officers. Dupree Adams, student body president, Corbin Ernest, student body vice president, Kai Colbert, student body vice president, Deshae Campbell, student body treasurer, Lakea Rooks, student body secretary, and Anila Williams, student body historian.
We want to thank each of these individuals for everything they have done to contribute to the success of the graduates of the class of 2020 here at Canyon Springs High School.
We now would like to recognize our two salutatorians. These two individuals tied to earn the second highest weighted grade point average out of all graduates in the class of 2020 here at Canyon Springs High School. They are Jerica Buchanan and Amy Zakarian.
At this time, we are pleased to honor our three valedictorians. These three individuals tied for earning the highest grade point average out of all the graduates in the class of 2020 here at Canyon Springs High School.
It is now our honor to listen to the speeches prepared by our three valedictorians.
Hello everyone, my name is Mira. First and foremost, I want to give my unending gratitude to all the people that have been here along the way. From my friends and family to the educators that pushed me beyond my limits throughout high school. 5 years ago, a decision to move thousands of miles away from everything and everyone I knew at the time was made for me. I had to decide on how I was going to handle something outside of my control. I was only 13 when my family and I moved here from the Philippines. As I started school in the United States for the first time, I didn't know what to expect. Everything was different. The people, the environment, and even how students are taught. It was not easy adapting. Evidently, however, I kind of got the hang of it over time. In the grand scheme of things, I could have chosen to deal with these circumstances differently. I could have chosen to be stubborn and closed-minded. It could have been my downfall. We all found ourselves in a similar situation this year. We didn't choose for our school year to end on Friday the 13th. We didn't decide to have one weekend change the rest of our senior year for good. Although we did not end up with the senior year we desired, we were exposed to a tumultuous time that made us all stronger. Now, we will forever be remembered as the class of 2020, the one where they were quarantined. As humans, we are like chunks of Play-Doh. When things are thrown at us, or we are thrown at what seems like dead ends, we adapt, we mold. And that is the beauty in us all. Thank you and good luck on your next journey ahead.
Hello, class of 2020, staff, family, and friends. I think it is safe to say that we survived the roller coaster of high school and life thus far. And we now have memories that will make us cringe in the future. And that's okay. In fact, that's the piece of advice I want to share with you today. As a first-generation student, I never had any idea what I was doing throughout high school. I remember telling my dad that I feared failing. I feared not going to a good school or getting scholarships. To all those fears, he simply said, "It's okay." It used to frustrate me that he didn't worry the way I did. But then I realized that 10 out of 10 times he was right. Everything was okay in the end. As we move to the next stage of our lives, most things will not happen the way we want them to. Some relationships won't work out. Some opportunities will be lost. We will discover things about ourselves and change in ways we did not think possible, and it's okay. We are often under this idea that certain feelings are bad or change is bad, but like my dad taught me, we've got to get that out of our heads. It's okay if you want to live off of hot Cheetos or you want to go vegan. It's okay if we feel angry or completely indifferent with what is happening today. And it's okay if tomorrow or 10 years from now, we decide to be a completely new person. Each of us can only live our own lives. No one can live them for us. It's okay. In closing, I would like to thank everyone who has been there for us up to this point. Thank you to the parents and guardians who have raised us into who we are today. To the families, neighbors, and friends, thank you for being there for each of us. More specifically, I would like to thank my parents and family. They are the reason that I will be attending Harvard University with a full ride scholarship in the fall. I know that no matter what life throws at me, I will be okay. And my hope for you is that you'll remember that you're all going to be okay too. Thank you.
It's funny how one conversation in your life can essentially change it. When I was about to start kindergarten, my mom was preparing me by teaching me the alphabet. During one of our lessons, she told me that once I started school, it would be important for me to do my best because then I can get a high-paying job and could live a life of anything I'd ever want. My younger self's mind was swayed by this prospect and put my all into school, where I excelled with the best grades. At first, I thought I was going to be a lawyer. My middle name's Sue, so I believed it was a perfect name to career match. My slogan could be, "I'm Ashley Sue Regan, now it's Sue for you." However, as I grew, I realized that a lawyer's job would not be for me. It wasn't enough just to be a high-paying job. My interest needed to be in it. My interest now steered me towards business and psychology, where I realized that becoming an economist, I could combine both. While thinking about the future, I also reevaluated my motivation for seeking a high-paying job. I began not only thinking about what the source of income could do for me, but what it could do for my family. My family was giving me so much throughout these years, even while we had to live paycheck to paycheck. I realized I wanted to give back the support they have given me over these years tenfold. They become a pillar of strength, despite how cliche that sounds. I know I can depend on as I move on from high school. I really want to thank both them and my friends for all they've given me. As graduates, I think it's important that with each step we take and with each obstacle we encounter, that we remember what the reasons why we're going through such a journey. Using whatever motivates you to go for it, I hope you will achieve the same kinds of dreams that my younger self conjured up. Congratulations, graduating class of 2020. Bye.
It is now our honor to hear some words of wisdom from our #1 supporter and principal, Mr. Greg Hunter.
Thank you all for watching this virtual ceremony to honor our graduates. I would rather have all of you sitting in front of me to personally speak to you, but these unprecedented times do not permit it. Before I continue, let me take a moment to thank our amazing parents and teachers for all their support and for being rock solid throughout the school year. Even though the school year was shortened due to COVID-19, the graduating class of 2020 had great accomplishments, such as having a graduating class of 530 students. The Magnet program was selected as a school of distinction. The We the People students won the Congressional District Championship for the 9th consecutive year. And this class had over $13 million in scholarship funds, twice as much as last year. Amazing job. These are just a few of the class of 2020 notable victories. Congratulations for achieving these milestones. Class of 2020, what a year. I am aware that some of the events that took place during your senior year has been difficult to accept. To some of us, we lost heroes like the great Kobe Bryant. Shortly thereafter, we saw the nation and the world go into quarantine as a result of COVID-19 pandemic. And now, we are witnessing our nation and the world bond together to advocate for change in ways we've never seen before. This COVID pandemic has been very tough for everyone, and especially the class of 2020. It has stripped you of your prom, your senior trip, many more senior activities, all the spring sports, and now you are having a virtual drive-up graduation ceremony. Class of 2020, I'm not sure if any class could have endured as much as you have. Through all of that, you forged ahead and made it through this trying time. So far, you have survived the pandemic and learned to live with new normals, which include terms like social distancing and personal protective equipment. Graduates, we all get it and understand what you have gone through. Just know, we are so proud of all of you for your collective strength. But where do we go from here? What do we do now? Graduates, don't look at this time as a lost opportunity, but as a chance to reinvent yourself, as a chance to innovate and lead this great nation into the future. In the last 3 months, most of us have learned that we can effectively communicate virtually and still accomplish great things. We have learned to use programs such as Google Meet, Zoom, Google Hangout, GoToMeeting, and even Blue Jeans. And oh yeah, how can I forget TikTok? In just a few months, we transitioned from having classes and meetings in person to hosting video conferences for all communications. Moving forward, graduates, just know that you are amazing. You not only dealt with a worldwide pandemic while continuing to navigate your way through the final days of your education, it is fact that not even these bizarre times could stop you from finishing high school. So don't let anything stop you from whatever it is you want to do in life. Continue to stay true to yourself. Continue to be adaptive, and always fight for what is right. Finally, make learning a priority. I love using this great quote. The quickest way to get from nothing to something is education. Honestly, that doesn't just apply to formal education. It could be your trade, your passion, or just in life in general. However, I truly believe this. If you continue to educate yourself, the possibilities are endless. As we are seeing the world change before our very eyes, we now know that anything is possible. So on behalf of the entire staff at Canyon Springs High School, I want to congratulate you on this major accomplishment. I have total confidence in you and your ability to make great things happen. So go out there and change the world. Congratulations and good luck, class of 2020. At this time, I would like to introduce Dr. Linda Young, member of the Clark County School Board of Trustees. Dr. Young, I present the Canyon Springs High School class of 2020, having completed the requirements for graduation as established by the Clark County School District Board of Trustees and the state of Nevada. Trustee Young.
Special greetings to our parents, family, friends, and staff of Canyon Springs High School. Canyon Springs School motto is, start strong, be strong, stay strong, finish strong, teach strong, live strong. This theme is certainly demonstrated in our strong 2020 Canyon Springs graduates. Enjoy this special achievement, but this is your initiation for the journey that must take you toward even greater successes. I know that I understand that you may be disappointed and perhaps even upset that this pandemic with this coronavirus may have shattered your senior year graduation dreams, but it has not shattered you, and it has not shattered your future. There are a myriad of national and global issues that may have caused you and others pain and trauma. And then coupled with the George Floyd killing and other protests and riots nationally and internationally about racial inequality, social justice, and the call for reforms in policing, equality in employment, housing, educational access, and other issues, just to name a few. But pain and trauma can defeat you, or it can teach you. These issues are agonizing to see, observe, and to be a part of, but they are our reality. But I'm here on this video to bring you good news today. Help is on the way. You must develop leadership within these situations of distress and suffering. You, and you will be those musicians that will soothe the pain through music, and the doctors, nurses, psychologists, counselors to heal the body and mind, and the teachers and preachers to inspire and to enlighten, and the lawyers and judges to research and review legal solutions, and the scientists, architects, and engineers to build and reconstruct facilities, the news reporters and writers to chronicle events, and the artists and actors to capture the spirit of these events, and our athletes to share the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, and the thousands of other professionals that will make our world a much better and a safer place, because you will get up, you will dress up, you will show up, you will stand up, and you will speak up for the rights of the downtrodden and beaten people of the world. You will say, enough is enough. No more pain and suffering to a heartbroken world. You see, help is on the way. You are the help that will mend and heal our hurting world. Remember this saying, and this too shall pass away. But in spite of this, enjoy your journey as well as your destination. When you look back on these challenges, you will see that little golden nugget, that little sparkling gem in this situation that will mold you into a better version of yourself. Always know that we are proud of you and we look forward to your future success. Remember, help is on the way. Again, that help is you. Because you were born for such a time as this. Again, my congratulations to our 2020 graduates of Canyon Springs High School. To our parents, guardians, family, friends, and the Canyon Springs High School staff. On behalf of the Clark County School District Board of School Trustees, I am especially proud and indeed honored to accept the Canyon Springs High School graduating class of 2020.
Thank you, Dr. Young. This concludes the virtual portion of our commencement ceremony. Thank you for watching. We invite all graduates and their maximum of 7 guests to join us on their scheduled day and time to complete this commencement ceremony in person. Congratulations, class of 2020.